In this video, we will cover why you shouldn't use your own knowledge base to answer any verbal reasoning UCAT questions. Yes, it's tempting to show off that you know the population of China or the Prime Minister of Canada, but picking an answer as truth or false based on your own knowledge will lose you precious marks. You must base every true, false or can't tell answer on the information contained in the text and nothing else.
Our objectives over the next few minutes are to give examples of when you might be tempted to use your own knowledge and demonstrate how ignoring any external knowledge or context you might have can often lead to the answer being can't tell. Imagine you got the question, India is more populous than Bangladesh. Is it true, false, or can't tell? It'd be very tempting to simply ignore the text, pick true, India does have a population of around 1.4 billion, and move on. But in reality, unless the text has clearly indicated which country has the larger population, then the answer will be can't tell. The UCAT is testing your ability to resist the obvious and decide what has actually been proven by a text. It is not a general knowledge quiz. Let's test this handy skill on a full-size text. You should aim to take 2 minutes or less on these 4 true, false or can't tell questions to give yourself more time for the harder reading comprehension questions. Remember to read each question first and then scan to find relevant information from the text. Question 1. The House of Commons is in London. True, false, or can't tell? The answer to question 1 is can't tell. Using your own knowledge might have led you to pick true because the House of Commons is indeed located in London. But hopefully you have now been trained to avoid picking such an answer and instead chose can't tell. If you scan the text for House of Commons, you will find that it is never mentioned. Question 2. London was the most populated city in the world in 1862. True, false, or can't tell? The answer to question 2 is true. You might have been thrown off by the fact that the date 1862 is never mentioned in the text. However, the last sentence states that London was the world's most populous city from around 1831 to 1925. Watch out for ranges such as this one. As 1862 falls within this range, we can conclude that London was the most populated city in the world in that year. Notice also the words parallel between populous and populated. Don't just look out for the words, be on the watch for word parallels and similar dates. Question 3. Less than 3% of the population of London is foreign born. True, false, or can't tell? The answer to question 3 is can't tell. You may be very aware that London's foreign population is more than 3% of its total population, and you may have sensed several hints in the text about the diversity of the city. For example, in the number of languages spoken there. But the percentage of the population that is foreign born is not specifically covered in the text, and we must not bring in any external knowledge. Question 4. London has fewer international retailers than Paris. True, false, or can't tell? The answer to question 4 is false. You might have been tempted to pick can't tell here on the basis that Paris is only mentioned in terms of its population, but the relevant passage to spot while you were scanning the text for this question was in the middle of the second paragraph, where the text states that London hosts more international retailers and ultra-high net worth individuals than any other city. This means that London must have more international retailers than Paris, despite this not being said explicitly. We hope that you have taken away the main message of this video. Do not bring in your outside knowledge. Answer only based on what is found in the text. Good luck.
That concludes another UCAT lesson. If you like the strategies and content we're developing and want to see more free content, please leave us a like and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any UCAT questions, leave us a comment below and we'll help you sort it out and get your preparation up to speed.